Thank you. I've been around so long, you'll want to do all those interviews with the new AD. I already had my say to all of you. But thank you so much for joining us. It's a great crowd of members of the community and the media. And I really think this is an important moment in the history of Hofstra University and its athletic program. We now turn over the reins of leading that program from somebody who did a fine job while he was here, and I want to thank Jeff Hathaway for what he did. As you know, we participate in 17 intercollegiate sports at the Division I level in the Colonial Athletic Association and the Eastern Intercollegiate Wrestling Association. And over the past 5 years, the Hofstra Pride has captured 10 Colonial Athletic Association regular season titles, and we've had 24 CAA Players of the Year awards, 15 CAA Scholar Athletes of the Year awards, and 9 CAA Rookie of the Year awards. The Pride has produced 15 All-Americans, 7 academic All-Americans, and 7 coaches were named CAA Coach of the Year. And so we've continued a long tradition of athletic excellence and success over the past 5 years. And when Jeff said it was time for him to move on, we put together a search committee consisting of a wide variety of people from across campus, including administrators, trustees, faculty members of the athletic department, and they were charged with going out and finding us an athletic director who could take Hofstra athletics to the next level. It's time to take us to the next level. And they came up with 4 finalists who literally were the best group of finalists that I've ever seen in my 17 years in any search. Any one of those 4 would have been a fine athletic director at Hofstra, and I had a hard time in the beginning making the decision. But in the end, we all agreed that one person stood out. One person stood out above everybody else because we know he has the values and the experience and the success that exemplifies everything about Hofstra athletics, and he is the one to take us to the next level, and that is Rick Cole. Rick, you'll hear from Rick, obviously, in a moment, but I want to say how much confidence I have in Rick. He, Hofstra needs in the next athletic director somebody who reflects our values and can implement them. And the values of Hofstra athletics has been and will be that student athletes are students first and athletes second, so that their academic performance and their experience, the kind of experience and learning experience we give them, is first rate. Our athletic program reflects the need to demonstrate excellence in everything we do. We created a med school. We didn't want to just create another med school. We wanted to create one of the best in the country. Same thing with all of our academic endeavors, and the same thing with athletics. And I said to him, the minute I knew he was the guy, we were sitting around having lunch, and I said, I want to warn you about something. He said, yes. I said, I'm a sore loser. I really want to win. And he said, me too. And we need to win. Even though we won a lot, we need to win more. And he's done that. He has a proven track record of taking programs and stretching them to win, still keeping all his values intact. So at Iona, they have won more championships under his direction than ever before. The student athletes have improved their academic records more than ever before in history. He has started a community service program so that his Iona athletes went out into the community and became role models for the rest of the student body. And he significantly increased revenues. And without belaboring the issue, Iona, like Hofstra, is a tuition-driven private university, and in order to accomplish any of our goals for significant improvement and expansion, we need to attract private support. We need our alums to get on board, we need our friends to get on board and help us reach our true potential. And Rick did that at Iona, and I am positive he's going to do that at Hofstra with similar results. So I'm thrilled that he's here. I want to thank every member of the search committee who worked so hard to pick out this great pool of people. I want to thank President Naira of Iona, who was so gracious. I mean, I'm not sure I would have been as gracious having speaking to somebody who stole my jewel away from the athletic program. But you know, Iona's a religious college, and so he was very gracious and kind, and most importantly, he expressed his tremendous belief in the competence and the integrity and the goodness of Rick and his family, and we owe a debt of gratitude to Iona and President Naira. And I also want to, of course, welcome not only Rick, but Rick's entire family to the Hofstra family. We talk about the Hofstra family. One reason is I am so old that I'm old enough to be almost everybody's father who works for Hofstra. So I view this as a family, but we really are a family. And once you're in it, you can never leave it. So I want to welcome his wife, Brooke, who actually, I understand, was a basketball coach, an assistant women's basketball coach here for a year. And his son, Trey, and his daughter, Mackenzie, who's going to Duke on a volleyball scholarship next year. His daughter, Taylor, can't be here because for good reason, she's taking an exam. We wouldn't want to set that kind of precedent, to miss an exam for press conference. Very bad. And most importantly, last but certainly not least, Grandma Jean, who will be part and parcel of the Hofstra family. So enough of my talk, and I just want to say how thrilled I am to welcome Rick and his family to the Hofstra family. Rick, come on up.
Well, thank you. I'm very excited to be here, and these moments are special, as you can imagine, for anyone who has a transition when you leave a great place and go to a great place. So I'm a passionate man, so if I get a little passionate or emotional during this, I hope you'll bear with me. So I'm very humbled and honored to be with you today. On behalf of my family, my wife Brooke and my children, and Grandma Jean, we are so pleased to be here and to join the Hofstra family. You know, as a native Long Islander, I've viewed Hofstra University and its athletic program in the highest regard. The opportunity to lead this historic department at one of the most interesting times in history of college athletics, and moreover higher education, with student-athlete welfare at the forefront of everyone's thinking, is truly an honor. Most people didn't know this about me until I started this process, but Hofstra University was the first university or college I ever stepped foot on. It's the first place that I ever witnessed an intercollegiate athletic event when I watched my sister play volleyball here at Hofstra. So to be standing here today is truly amazing. And I believe in gratitude, and I believe in showing gratitude. And I first would like to start off by showing my appreciation to President Rabinowitz for providing myself and this family with this amazing opportunity. President Rabinowitz was very clear at our lunch, and he actually communicated to you what I found so motivating about him. It's clear the commitment that this great institution has made to the academic success and the courage it's had and the decisions it's made to grow Hofstra continually towards academic greatness. When he talked about wanting to win and having a program that is committed to winning, he talked about winning in every way, and that was right in line with the vision and mission I hope to attain at any institution I've been at or will be at. So we actually did both smile, and I knew I was coming to work for the right man, who has the drive and the vision and the courage to challenge us all to be our true greatness. So to President Rabinowitz, thank you very much for extending this opportunity to my family. We are incredibly looking forward to that, so thank you. I'd also like to thank the search committee, especially the Senior Vice President for Legal Affairs and General Counsel, Dolores Frederick, who was amazing in this process. I don't know how you balanced all of it with all that you do, but I felt like anytime I needed anything, there was a response right away. So I really am appreciative. And to the Hofstra community during this process, we had the chance as candidates to meet some terrific people that keenly were trying to make sure that they made the selection that was the best for Hofstra's future. We got to meet Board of Trustees, the President's Cabinet, faculty, staff, donors, friends, and every person you can see through their visualization and engagement that they wanted to get this right because they cared so much about their students and the institution. So for those, when we left the campus feeling motivated, thank you for your efforts. I would also like to thank Jeff Hathaway for his leadership. I spoke to Jeff this morning and understand that he's at NCAA at basketball meetings. So Jeff was terrific, and I'm thrilled to work with Jeff during the transition, and look forward to meeting Jeff when he returns. But I'd also like to thank the folks like Jack Hayes or Harry Royal and the ADs that came before, because the wonderful part about an institution like Hofstra is that there are different layers of a foundation of greatness, and I certainly understand that responsibility that is now passed to me. Our department will have many goals. We're going to work tirelessly to maintain a high expectation culture, to have an athletics program that is strongly rooted in integrity, to have a program that is inviting to all student athletes, and to work closely, I commit to working and partnering with our student athletes, our coaches and staffs, to continue to position the Pride in the best way possible for academic and athletic success, to have a program that is transparent in our operations and committed to creating a compliance culture, and to build a culture of financial support for our student athletes that are so deserving of it. The investment in our athletes of today and tomorrow will be worth it for all of us. We have student athletes here like Michael Hughes that embody the model student athlete, whether on the mat or off the mat, on the court or off the court. Hofstra student athletes will continue to make us all proud. To be a program that is integrated throughout the university and not operate in isolation. To be a program that has value in winning, and winning by all measures. To be a program that has the courage to keep the student-athlete welfare as its first priority, and a program that positions our coaches to be successful. We want to be the program that people not only in our region and throughout the country choose to look at to emulate. To be a program with magnetic energy and an energy and a culture that people want to be a part of. And we will be a program that works to assist the Pride Club to achieve its mission of investing in advancing the mission of athletics at Hofstra and investment in student athletes. I've had a mission since I've started my intercollegiate athletics career in being committed to building champions, committed to the process where results may be championships. First and foremost, we will be committed to building champions in academics. It will be our #1 priority. We will also be committed to building champions in competition and athletics. We will build champions as we try to represent the community and try to raise and strengthen the vision of our student athletes to be contributors and role models in our community. And then we have the responsibility to ensure that we are building champions in life preparation of our athletes, so when they are done with their experience as an undergraduate student at Hofstra, they are ready to make a difference in their future. To be clear, though, the greatest goal is to position our student athletes for success academically. We will be committed to raising the standards in all that we do. That's what competitors continue to do. None of these goals are easy, and my wife once gave remarks of a speech that stole the words from A League of Their Own, that it's not easy, for if it was, everyone would do it. Winning is not easy. Winning can be very, very hard, and I don't think we're going to do it alone. And we will need and rely on your collective support and participation. And in any remarks that I give, I always believe that there should be a message or call to action. And a wise man, a person who I respect tremendously, taught me a lesson about cheering for the laundry and the responsibility you get by cheering for the laundry. And I didn't get that statement at first. But when you cheer for the men and women that wore the jerseys before you, you honor the legacy that gave us the privilege to be here today, and honor the men and women that wear the laundry today, that wear the Hofstra uniform today. And if we're going to position and cheer for the laundry in our future, we have to own the responsibility of making this program incredible. That will take courage and effort, both of which I think we will be up for the challenge. And our success, to be clear, will be a collective responsibility. And I invite all of the Hofstra alumni community to take a step forward and to continue on the journey, to take a step further in supporting Hofstra student athletes, and for our alumni and friends to take a step further in returning home to campus. And if you've been home recently, we want you to come back more often. And for the Hofstra University, I challenge you specifically, even this spring, as I won't be here through the semester, I'll be working with Jeff, but go to one game, maybe two, and bring somebody with you. I'm pretty confident you'll be proud of what you see and how they represent you. In closing, it's important to me to, on a personal note, to thank people that have helped me on my journey. And before I do, I want to make it clear, this is not about me. This is about Hofstra University, this is about our athletics program, and it's about our student athletes. And you will hear us talk often about those are the priorities, the institution, our program, and our athletes. I was fortunate to attend the University of Buffalo, and I would like to thank the institution, and specifically the men I got to play with for 4 years that were pivotal in helping shape me as a man. My first boss, Tom Kohler, who taught me about balance, about committing that you can make a difference and be very competitive in your journey as a professional. But when all is said and done, he was the first person that told me, make sure when you're done with your career, the first thing they remember is that you were a loving husband and father. To Dick Laskowski, who took a chance on a 24-year-old assistant athletic director, and one of my first mentors, I'm thankful to him. Dave Wesen, who had the courage to invest in another young guy at St. John's. And as President Rabinowitz said, Iona College and Dr. Joseph E. Nair have been incredible supporters of me and my family. The Iona staff, coaches, and student athletes have had the courage to try to be the athletes and the coaches and staff that we had the courage to try to be, instead of worrying about winning, and good things happen when you focus on the right things. But to Dr. Nair, you've been an incredible mentor and leader, and I expect that to be the same. And I thank you for your leadership and positioning me for a chance to continue to grow with my family. And to my family, they're the best. And that's all I got. Go Pride.